in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Terrapins will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Penn State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that.
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Might as well give it to him again. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Lacey. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Pass interference. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Lacey. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. So Maryland's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. It's Washington. And it's incomplete on third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it at the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
On, close to the marker, it's Johnson. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap, it's Martin. Gets it past the marker. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Fires to the big fella. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Throwing right. All by himself. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage line? Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Terrapins!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Running to Green. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the ground game. Spins away from the defense. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Trying to beat the D deep. Underneath toast to coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Maryland! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football all week long.
There he goes! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. And they've regained the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Grab near the marker. It's Manning. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass. It's Washington. Makes the catch. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on third down. Motion from the back. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Terrapins will have it first and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Terrapins come to the line on third down trying to keep this drive alive. Rides the back on the option to give. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. The Terrapins kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking for space. It's Lacey. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Lacey. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Going to swing it on second down. can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes this.
Turning it on! Oh, what a move! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest, walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Holds it in on the left. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Terrapins want to move quickly. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Washington. Unleashes one. Pulls it in. Oh, he's got some space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well,
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Caught in the backfield, it's Reynolds. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. On target to the left. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. It's incomplete, and it also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. A strike downfield. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Finds his big tight end. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Caught behind the line. It's Martin. That throw and catch gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Snags it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the knee stopped him at the 2. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
A really nice job on their final drive of the 1st half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
So much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll go to the ground. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. The give is to Williams. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors at our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that 1st half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think if any of you are
Oh, it's picked off. Not the 2nd half start they'd hoped for. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Penn State! The defense putting points on the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Goal line defense, and he gets nothing as he's stopped right at the 2. And the Nittany Lions are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. Oh, what a move to get open. Lots of running room. The 30. Inside. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. Finds us back in the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Pulls it in. It's Manning. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off.
Throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. A long way to go for this offense. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for room. It's McLaurin. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Now on 2nd down. Give to the running back. There he goes! And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Illegal blocking offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 2nd down coming up. Leaves it with the back. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. and that is no good. Flag on the field, and the kicker's going to have a little bit shorter distance to work with here. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. On the run, it's Martin. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Rice. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. Working the middle. It's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's White. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today.
Breaks into the open. Oh, my. Circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. The Terrapins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Maryland! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On the move, it's Martin. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The sure hands, it's Hayes. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Caught in the backfield, it's Reynolds. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
To the air, it's Washington. Flips it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The handoff keeps working on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Line getting set on 2nd down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the...
He's loose on the left. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Finds his man. It's McLaurin. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Washington. Snagged in the middle, it's Manning. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And they'll take a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out, execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these